In the previous part of this program, we have discussed concepts of marketing, customer value and satisfaction, evolution of marketing.
Consumers realize that we don't want to be fooled every time, because many times we may buy products out of incentive or out of motivation, but actually we may not like them, or we may not need them, or we may not use them. Therefore, we will favor only those products which are able to satisfy my needs, the core needs or wants, or they are able to fulfill my expectations. So that's how the concept of marketing emerged in a formal manner, and it is described as identifying customer needs and wants, and then accordingly you create your product, or you price them, or you make them available, and then see that the customers are satisfied. And as you are operating in a competitive market, your offering needs to be superior or better than the competitors. It's only then you will be able to sell, any company will be able to sell their products. And we find that FMCG market is one of the most competitive market, where we find a number of brands, whether it's soap, toothpaste or anything. Even Indian automobile market, as we are witnessing now, as compared to a decade ago or 2 decades ago, we have got so many brands. Ultimately, a consumer who has so many choices identifies that, okay, which product, which automobile or which toothpaste or which soap is able to satisfy my perceived set of benefits in a better manner, then they buy it. And that's what marketer needs to consider: understand their needs, wants, and accordingly design and develop products or offerings, and then they need to offer it. And this helps in creating long-term customer relationships, and they are both the parties, they get benefited. Customer is benefited by getting the right kind of product, and company is also benefited by getting returns in terms of continuous sales, repeat businesses, and finally the profit, which is the bottom line of any business. I was referring to the social dimension, social value. Once customer feel that they are happy and satisfied with the product, they feel that they owe something to nature, they owe something to country. Therefore, they should favor those products which are offering some societal advantages also. That creates a kind of understanding among marketers also, that they should not only fulfill the needs and wants of individual, but should also design products which help any society or any country or any part of the world in fulfilling or in a way improving or enhancing social welfare or social well-being. For example, one product may be available in plastic packet, and the other one is the same product is available in other packet which is more eco-friendly, made up of paper bag or cotton bag or any other kind of jute bag, which is easily recyclable. So in this case, even if the other product, which is known as a green product, is available at a little higher price, customer will favor to buy those products. Or marketers need to adopt eco-friendly or country friendly or social friendly, society friendly activities, so that it also adds on to society along with fulfilling individual customer needs and wants. So that has led to evolution of societal marketing concept. In the recent past, it is very interesting to note that marketing is considered as the entire business function. Many people go to the extent of saying that marketing is everything and everything is marketing. Actually, they want to refer that all the activities which are performed within the organization, they are customer focused. Therefore, all the activities, they need to be integrated, they need to be interdependent, so that at the end, when organization is developing its offering and giving it to customers, it is focused around customer. It is often said that even a security guard or a peon or a sales representative or HR or accounts person or even backend team, they are marketing people, because all of them, they are involved in creating a value ultimately for the consumer.
Even though they may not be doing it directly.
They may not be facing customers directly, but they are R&D people who are sitting thousands of miles away from the market. They are actually marketing people,
continuously
making effort.
The product.
Yes. Holistic marketing as a new concept has got 4 different dimensions. One is internal marketing, then relationship marketing, then integrated marketing, and 4th dimension of holistic marketing is performance marketing. Now, as we look at the first part, internal marketing refers to identifying and developing those kind of people who are committed, motivated, with a positive attitude to serve customer. So, if you have got a team of those people who have got an attitude to serve customer, you will be able to create a better value. Then comes relationship marketing. It refers to the orientation towards building long-term relationship with customers. Now, the third dimension, integrated marketing, it refers to integrating all the activities which are performed to create value, so that we create a synergy, and synergy will produce greater impact rather than sum total of all individual activities.
Right.
And the 4th dimension of holistic marketing refers to performance dimension, that all the activities must towards the end lead to performance. Performance may be in terms of measurable, directly quantifiable benefits or qualitative benefits. So, performance can be, now in marketing we can measure performance in terms of sales or market share or customer satisfaction, or it can even be in terms of how many new products have been launched or how many new markets have been entered or captured in. So, performance marketing refers to what kind of returns are we getting out of marketing expenses. So, return on marketing effectiveness or marketing investment is primarily the focus of performance marketing.
Returns received by the supplier.
Returns received by the suppliers. So, that is how we understand that marketing has evolved through a long journey of focusing on manufacturing, then focusing on distribution, then focusing on selling, and then focusing on marketing, the societal marketing. And now it is, we can say that marketing is everything and everything is marketing, because ultimately all of them, they are interrelated or interdependent. So, it is a very comprehensive concept nowadays. It may evolve in future, and we do not know what is going to be the shape of marketing in future, but it is going to be definitely a more comprehensive, but it will stay as a customer oriented concept. Now, when we look at marketing planning process, it can be referred as any other marketing planning process or any other management planning process. Same set of activities are performed which any manager performs, which deal with analysis, planning, implementation and control. So, those 4 basic managerial functions are performed in this case also. Here we analyze marketing environment or our market, for which the product is going to be offered or value proposition is going to be created. The second stage deals with defining in very clear terms what is going to be the focus or objective of marketing activities. Then we talk about segmentation, targeting and positioning. So, this is something which is unique to marketing function. We will talk about this, and then developing suitable marketing mix, that is the offerings with which we are going to serve our customers. Then its implementation dimension, and then we will move on to its control related activities. When we analyze market, we need to focus primarily on 4 C's. It is said that 4 C's need to be considered, and then we can consider other dimensions also. Now, these 4 C's refer to the company's internal dimension, company, customer, competitors and context. Company, because we are dealing with our own products and services, we are in a specific kind of business. So, we need to know about our own internal dimensions, we need to know about our target customer, we need to know about our competitors, and we need to know about the immediate environmental factor, whether they are political factor, legal factor, socio-cultural, economic, technological or natural environment, whatever number of micro and macro level factors which directly or indirectly influence business operations. When we do an analysis, it actually helps us in developing strength, weakness, opportunity, threat profile.
The SWOT analysis.
SWOT analysis, which we call strength, weakness on the basis of our internal analysis, an opportunity and threat on the basis of
External
external
environment.
analysis. When we do a complete analysis, we are able to get a very clear and complete picture of what is the market which exists for us, what is the market potential, and how can we forecast demand for a successive period of time. So, once we have an understanding of the market and an understanding of market potential, we can think of developing STP, that is segmentation, targeting and positioning. So, that is done later. Now, in the light of market analysis, we can very clearly set our objectives. Now, these objectives, as we discussed earlier also, may be quantifiable or they may be qualitative also. Some of the quantitative objectives which are very commonly used in different businesses and different organizations, they are sales, profit, margins, market share, cost, productivity, and they can be even broken down in terms of specific products, because a company offers a very wide range of products. So, it can be product wise also, it can be region or market wise also. Or qualitative objectives may be related to enhancing brand equity or brand image, customer satisfaction, developing word of mouth communication, loyalty, attitude, preferences, etc. But one needs to be very clear that what are the objectives, and we need to set the priorities, that this is going to be the first objective, second, third, and this is the time frame that in the financial year, yes, in the time frame, the extent to which we allow a particular team or effort to work on and achieve their goals or objective, if it is to be achieved in a week or in a month or in 6 months or in a financial year. So, that is how we need to define. Once we know that these are the objectives, we move on to the heart of marketing, that is STP. We need to be very clear in terms of defining who is our customer. For example, if I am a toothpaste manufacturer, I need to know whether my customer are kids, or my customers belong to all age group, or my customers are women, or people who have got some dental problems, some oral hygiene problem. So, the same toothpaste may be perceived as a tasty toothpaste, as a colorful toothpaste with bright color and good packaging by kids, or by parents it may be a germ fighting or fighting with cavities or making teeth stronger, or for third group of people it may be perceived as refreshing or giving them a lot of confidence. Fourth group of people, it may be fighting with some sensitive problem. So, the same set of product may offer different set of benefits depending upon target customer. So, we need to very clearly define that who my customer segment is, and this customer segment can be developed on the basis of geographical parameters or on the basis of demographic parameters, or even lifestyle and personality, which are part of psychological parameters, they are also being used, and behavioral parameters. And these segments may be very broad or very large in nature, or they may be very micro or very narrow in nature. For example, we may develop a customized product only for let us say a very high end customer, or we may develop a low cost product for bottom of the pyramid segment, which is a very large segment. So, it can be a very large segment or it can be a very micro. Many cars which are available at a few lakhs of rupees, so they may be for a large number of people. Cars which are available in crores of rupees, they may be for a very small group of people, and they are customized also. Targeting refers to primarily the decision which are related with segmenting. After segmenting, we come across a number of segments. So, evaluating and selecting that out of all the segments, how many segments can we cater. That depends upon its overall attractiveness, primarily in terms of size, profit, growth, accessibility, measurability, etc. So, it can be one segment to which a company decides to cater, or it can be a number of segments depending upon overall strength of the company. If a company is a small company, it can take a decision to serve one or few, or if a company is a big company, it has got enough amount of resources, it can think of serving more number of segments. Usually we find local companies catering to a few segments and big multinational companies catering to a very large number of segments. Now, once we are clear about what is our segment and how many segments are we going to serve, we need to be clear in terms of how are we going to create our own image and identity in the minds of customer. Now, this decision is referred as positioning. Positioning is described as an act of creating an image in the minds of customer, and that is how we shape perception. Whether you are going to be perceived as an economical product or going to be perceived as a luxury product or as a lifestyle product or as a personality type product. So, that all depends upon how we are going to create our product image, and this is usually done with two very interesting phenomena known as POPs and PODs. Point of parity, that is the essential features which must be present in every product. For example, all the soap must help in bathing properly, but one soap may be different than others. So, there comes PODs, point of difference. So, one soap may be colorful, other may be of a different shape and size, third soap may offer you fragrance, fourth soap may have a very unique kind of fragrance. So, these are known as point of difference, which are being used to create different kind of images in the minds of consumer, and these are communicated with the help of various marketing communication techniques, primarily advertising, because that is a mass communication tool with the help of which any organization communicates with its end users. Now, once we are clear that this is our market segment and we are going to serve a number of market segments, and what specific strategy are we going to adopt to create an image, we need to now work on the details of that marketing plan. Now, details are worked out in the form of marketing mix. Now, marketing mix is referred as set of all the controllable marketing elements which are within the control of any organization, which are offered to the market to satisfy their needs or wants. The classical marketing mix consisted of four elements popularly known as 4 P's of marketing, that is product, price, place and promotion. That is a product which has got a distinct form, offered at certain monetary value, offered at a place and time when it is convenient for the people to buy it, and with a kind of communication which inform or persuade or make the people perceive a product or a brand in a particular manner. Later on, it was found that for services it was not sufficient to market products with 4 P's, they added 3 more P's to it. 3 additional P's or extended marketing mixes are known as people, consisting of people, that is the service providers, they are employees or service providers. Process, the detailed outline or sequence of activities with the help of which service will be rendered, and then physical evidences, the tangible elements with the help of which any service will be delivered. For example, the aircraft, crew of aircraft is people part, the way people get inside the aircraft and then they deboard themselves is known as process part, ticketing, reservation, etc., and aircraft itself may be the tangible element, physical evidence. These 4 plus 3, 7 P's they make a comprehensive marketing mix with the help of which any organization is able to serve their very well defined group of customers. Now, these elements, they are coordinated and integrated in a proper manner, and then they are ready for offering as a value proposition or as an offering for the marketers. Now, they need to be, now the plan needs to be implemented. In order to implement, we need a very clearly defined set of people based at different hierarchical levels, based at different geographical locations, responsible for specific products or services. So, we create organizational structure, financial resources, they are also allocated, and other type of material and transportation and other type of resources, they are allocated. So, basically marketing implementation refers to clearly developing which elements are we going to use, developing those marketing mix elements, creating the right kind of marketing organizational structure so that we have right kind of people at right place to perform right kind of job, and they have requisite amount of resources so that the task can be successfully and effectively completed. And we also use the concept of budgeting for the purpose of financial resource allocation. Now, once we are clear that these are the details of implementation dimension, we move on to the control dimension, because every activity which is once implemented needs to be reviewed also. So, the control dimension refers to reviewing all activities in the light of objectives which had been defined earlier. So, here we clearly define that what are going to be the parameters against which we are going to review our marketing performance. In most of the cases, we do different type of audits in marketing. So, marketing audits may be related to, they are basically analysis of performance. They are related to sometimes sales analysis, sometimes we do market share analysis, sometimes we also calculate the cost of serving a customer or generating certain amount of sales, or we may also get into analyzing how much amount of profits have been generated, because ultimately we need to work on the generation of profits. And then we also take customer feedback or customer complaints, and then we try to see how it is offered. So, that is how marketing concept is implemented. All the practices have to be fully ethical, and marketing as such deals with ethics, because unless and until any business organization provides right kind of product and good quality product, the marketer will not be able to win the trust of the customer, and unless and until customer trust the organization, relationship cannot be developed.
So, in case a company is looking for a long term relationship, I think they should sacrifice some amount of short term benefits and go for a long term relationship, and for that ethical issues are very important.
Definitely, and most of the good companies who are looking for long term performance in the market, their practices are highly ethical, so that they are able to win the trust of the customer, and they are able to develop mutually beneficial relationship, and that is required for long term sustainability of business.
Right.
I think
we can move on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now, moving on to we were talking about implementation part. Now, once we have all the details how it has been implemented, then we need to have a very clear set of metrics against which we are going to review marketing performance. So, we see that every plan needs to be very clearly defined in the light of analysis. Then we need to have clear objectives. Then we need to have clear strategy in terms of segmentation, targeting, positioning. Then we develop our marketing mix, and then we go for implementation details, and then we work on its control dimension. Moving on to its application. Now, as we were talking earlier, marketing is everything and everything is marketing. So, marketing can be applied in all possible situations for all types of organization. It can deal with consumer products, or it can deal with industrial products also. It can be applied to services, people, idea, and as we see, country is being promoted. Even political parties, they use marketing in a big way to promote their candidates. NGOs, they are using it to promote their social cause. A particular NGO promotes, let us say, donate eyes. Government uses it, let us say, drive safely, or say no to drugs, or stop tobacco and alcoholic consumption. So, this is a concept which is very widely used by all types of organization, whether they are goods manufacturing or service manufacturing organization, or they are profit making or non-profit making organization. Marketing can again be context specific. It can be referred as rural marketing, application of marketing in the rural area, or when we market across the boundary, we call it international marketing, or it can be business marketing, it can be services marketing. So, there are various context specific applications of marketing as well. Marketing can be used maybe to increase sales, profitability, and market share. It is helpful in having market any company introduce new products or expand market in a variety of ways. It helps in maximizing or intensifying product availability, enhancing brand image, or enhancing customer service, or by helping customer to solve their problems even before purchase, during purchase, or even after purchase. So, after sales service, and our purpose is to see that customers towards the end, he or she is happy. their problems are solved, their expectations are fulfilled or wants are fulfilled. So, in a way we can summarize marketing as a process which ultimately leads to providing the right kind of value proposition, right kind of value set. Again, the ethical dimension comes as liked by, as appreciated by a particular customer, as perceived by a particular customer. So, providing right product to the right people in the right manner, at the right time, at the right place, with the right kind of communication, which is again ethical in nature, socially acceptable in nature within the prescribed code of conduct. And that is how, since it is a customer focused activity, we can say that marketing is all about reading and responding to customers' mind, because ultimately we shape perception, we change perception, and we create a perceived value proposition.
And I think with that we come to the end of today's lecture. It has been, I think, a very broad overview of about many things of marketing in the limited time that we have had, and maybe we will have more opportunity of interacting with you in future. And thank you, sir, for being with us once again.
Thank you, Professor Roy.
Thank you.